Hello everybody, and welcome back to Robert's Reviews. We have another Robert's Ranks today, and this one's been a long time coming. It's been 6 weeks. Technically we've been doing it for 7 weeks because we had that break for Saw. But yeah, it's been a long time. So if you guys remember, on my Facebook group, which you can join the Facebook group by going to the link in the doobly-doo, and join the Facebook group. I had a poll for what series you guys wanted to see next after I finished my DC Universe one. And this one was number 1. So I started this one first, then I started Quentin Tarantino, and then I started Robin Williams, and I'm doing Harry Potter starting not next week, but the week after. Because next week we're doing the Conjuring series. But yeah, you guys requested it, so here it is. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I will have polls on the channel. I can actually do that once I hit 1,000, but we're not exactly there yet. So hopefully soon we'll pick up the pace and we'll get there. So if you guys want to consider subscribing, it's a huge help. I'd really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's start talking about every single Lord of the Rings movie ranked. Okay, well there are 6 movies, technically. I am counting The Hobbit because it's part of the Lord of the Rings universe, so I don't see why I wouldn't. So yeah, I'm going to talk about them from worst to best. So starting at number 6, all the way up to number 1, number 1 being the best. Okay. Number 6, we have The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. This movie just didn't hit it for me. It's really boring and slow, and the action sequences aren't as good as the previous films, which you'd think they'd be better, but they're not. It's just like long shots of everyone fighting, and it's just like, ugh. Or extreme close-ups of everybody fighting, and like there's no personality there. There really isn't. At least in the third Lord of the Rings movie, at least there's close-ups of the actual fighting with the characters being like talking and stuff like that, and trying to strategize. This movie just didn't hit it for me. It really just is generally not interesting. I think there's a couple interesting, cool parts that work pretty well, but I don't think as a whole that this movie is anywhere near my favorite. Number 5, we have The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. I don't hate this one. I really don't. I like the dragon. I think the dragon's really cool. And like, for the most part, the third act's really cool. The first and second act are really just not it. They're not doing anything. And also, like, the ending is so anticlimactic, I guess, is my thing. Like, a little bit of spoilers here. But, like, the dragon just goes away and, like, shoots down this entire city, and you're like, that's it. That's the whole movie. There's, like, roll credits. And I'm like, I think it's supposed to be, like, a really intense cliffhanger. It just wasn't for me. I was like, movie's over. Okay. And it really did not work for me. Number 4, The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. I didn't like this movie at all. I really didn't. And like, it's just slow and boring. And the only thing that's keeping it above The Desolation of Smaug is that it's at least constant in its boringness. Whereas The Desolation of Smaug, like, was just, and made me feel very tired. There are some redeeming qualities of The Two Towers. I liked Aragorn a lot here. I liked that we got some of Frodo, but we didn't get enough Frodo, unfortunately. And at least Gandalf is being a good wizard here, whereas in the Hobbit movies, he's just really weird. Which, if you guys want a video about me talking about Gandalf, I will, because Gandalf is really, really dumb in the Hobbit, but also really, really cool in the Lord of the Rings. And I don't really understand what the difference was. But yeah, The Two Towers, not great. Number 3, we have The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. I really liked this movie. I think it was good. I think it was long, but it was good. It reminded me of The Fellowship of the Ring, which is nice, and I liked it to the point where, like, okay, they're actually going on a journey. It felt fantasy-ish and not like weird war for no reason, I at least liked where we were going with that one, and I liked the feeling. The feeling of watching that movie is very similar to The Fellowship of the Ring, where you're sitting there and you're like, they're going on a journey. It's going to be really fun, really cool. And then, like, very quickly after that, like in the second movie, it's just like, and they're still going on a journey. It's like, but this one definitely was redeeming and was really fun. Number 2, we have Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. So I didn't really like the beginning parts of this movie, like almost at all, but the ending parts are what I watched it for. The ending was really cool. It had really great special effects, and I liked the ring. I liked how they were like kind of kings at the end. It was just a really, really great movie. I really liked it a lot, and it's one of my favorites. Number one, of course, is Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. The feeling when watching that movie just makes you feel good. That's one that I will definitely watch again. It's probably the only one that I would rewatch, honestly, and it's a fun movie. These movies I don't think are on HBO Max anymore, so unfortunately won't be able to do that. I don't know if they're streaming anywhere else or if they're going to be, but as far as I know, I think they are off of HBO Max right now, which is really sad. But let me know what you guys thought. I want to see your entire list. Give me 6 being the worst, all the way to 1 being the best in the comments below. I love reading about it, and I want to compare. I don't care if you have a different opinion. I actually want there to be a different opinion. I want to see what other people think, so I can kind of relate my views to you guys and see how it is, right? And don't forget to subscribe if you guys like these kind of things. I know that it's a lot of fun for me to make these videos, and watch these films. So if you guys like it, leave a like or subscribe. I release videos every single day of the week, so it's a lot for me to do, and I appreciate it every single time I get another subscriber. That's just one more person that's like, hey, I like what you're doing. So if you like what I'm doing, hit that subscribe button. Thanks. And as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.